Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, we are live. I moved.
Hey!
Hey, I moved my cursor, and it wasn't showing me the time. We
Hey,
are live.
hey,
V, are you going to get some drink? Is that what you said?
hey. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back,
Okay,
guys.
I'll entertain the troops until you get back. Hello, if you're out there, we are live at 7:04 Eastern Standard Time on Monday, July the 27th in the year 2022. This is Mitch and V with some psychic shenanigans. I usually say V and Mitch. I see a couple people already showing up. I'm going to my site to share. Let me see. How do I do this? Okay. So share to my stories. Boom. Share to my page stories. Boom. Hello. Hey, Diana. Let me share to my page. So V, how you doing?
I am good. I cannot complain. It's a beautiful day. We've had a couple beautiful days here in Detroit, and so I'm not mad about it at all. At
What's
all.
the temperature like where you are? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you're in Detroit, Michigan. It must be wonderful, cool summer times up there.
Um, the last couple days have been like in the 90s. We had a
Okay.
hot,
Okay.
but yesterday it kind of cooled off, and then today it's like in the 70s, which is like today is beautiful, like in the 70s.
See,
So,
that's what happens up there. Where like here, it's like I think over the weekend, like yesterday, Sunday was like high 88.
see, that's
But
what happened.
well, that was weird. I could hear myself.
I know. I just
Was that
mute. Sorry.
you? Okay. Hey, Susan. But yeah, so it's like I think you get more of those like off cool days. Like when a cold front comes through in the summertime for us, we're like, okay, what was that? You know, it's just
Hmm.
less humid the next day.
Yeah.
So hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome,
Hey guys. Hey
welcome.
guys.
I can hear me.
Diana and Susan. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, let me make sure my mute's down there. Yep, okay, no, I don't hear anything. If you want to let us know where you're watching from, if you're live, which means it's 7:06 Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and it's Monday, June 27th, in the year of our Lord 2022.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, welcome, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. So we will be doing some readings, but we're gonna just chit chat first. So,
Yes,
like I
yes.
said, if you want to let us know where you're watching from, we'd love to know. And V, what's been going on in your life? You said you had some cool days, some nice weather.
Yeah, we just enjoying these weathers. Like I said, it's been hot. And personally in the business arena, just kind of doing the work to begin to let people know that I'm expanding red light readings. Not giving up readings at any point at any time,
Yeah,
um, but just allowing for the expansion of understanding your reading, but then going beyond it of how do I heal, how do I grow, how do I start doing the things that I know that I want in my life? How do I move past what I am experiencing now to get to the next space? So that has been my homework, things that I've been working on. Oh, I have a workshop coming up on Wednesday,
oh,
um, and the root and the rise, and talking about what we need to nourish ourselves based on our birth charts. Looking at our birth chart and getting information on what we need to nourish ourselves, how we need to water ourselves so that our rise, our potential is met in the world and how it's supposed to be. So, finishing touches on that. And so, yeah,
that sounds wonderful. Well, definitely before the end of this, you'll need to put that in the chat.
I, I will. I will. Oh, so
Uh,
done. How about
so
you? What's going on?
things are good. Just, life is clicking along smoothly. Enjoying
Okay.
my day job still very much so.
Good.
This morning we had a baby shower at work, so that was fun. Um, Yeah, it was nice. Let's think what else. Fabian and I got to have a little daycation
Oh,
yesterday.
nice.
Anytime we very seldom have the same day off because he works weekends because of the markets and stuff. He works about 7 days a week. And I
Oh, wow.
don't. Um,
Yeah. No.
as a Pisces, I take my time off. He's a Libra Gemini, so he can work, and not worry about it.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
we've got a cruise coming up in September. We
Yay!
fly into Amsterdam, get on the boat, and it's like we go Norway, back to Amsterdam for a full day, Norway, back to Amsterdam, fly home. So it's like 8 ports, like 14 days, just fun. I've been studying my runes. So yeah, let's pull a rune for the tonight. I pulled the dev. Oh, one fell out. So let me go ahead and pull that one up. It's the blank one. Of course it is, which is like Odin. And
Yes.
it's like this is like the unknown. So tonight is unknown.
And based on the cards that we picked earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I share that with everybody? Did I share what I picked
Uh-uh.
earlier? I picked the devil, and I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. Bum, 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 which is a gorgeous deck, and I love the devil. Oh, just a beautiful image there. It's almost watery, but yet it's not.
Oh. And
And I know
have
what you're using, but let them know.
I pulled the Seven of Cups, and this is from Jamie Sawyer's Out of Hand Tarot, which is currently on Kickstarter right now. Oh, let me move it over so you guys can see. Is this a good view? There we go.
I'm going to Kickstarter.
There we go. To Kickstarter right now, you guys can back it. Wait, I'm trying to get into my camera, and clearly I'm not. There we go. Um, yeah, it's on Kickstarter now, so you can back it.
And I'm going there to get the link, and I'm going to put that in the chat. It is
Oh, sweet.
fully funded, but let me tell you, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck.
Yes.
We love, and if you don't know, it's Pocket of Peers was most recent deck. Before that, I think most recent. Well, anyway, it was within the last 2 years. And this Out of Hand is the companion to this. It's like all the hands from that, which it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
A beautiful deck.
Yeah, and you are privileged to get it, to read with it.
Ah! So yeah, you guys are going to absolutely love it. And just the modernization of how she chooses to draw the cards. You're gonna be like, oh, yep, that makes total sense. Yep, I get it. Yep, I understand. So
And
it's gonna be
it seems like it's a lot of like, we would say like the Easter eggs, but it's like all the symbols are there.
Yep.
It's almost like a deconstructed card of just the symbols.
Yes.
Which is just brilliant. I mean, it's just an amazing what if. What if I just did bum 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 bum. So
even looking at this first card, am I in frame?
No.
Because I'm looking at 15 different
Move it towards your
screens.
face. There you go.
There we go. So this is the Seven of Cups. And we know that's about choices. It's about options. And so everybody has been to some kind of carnival, some kind of game where they get tickets. And you have to go to the prize wall to try to figure out what it is that you're going to take home. And that can be a hard job,
Especially
So
for a kid.
oh my gosh. I used to hate taking my kid. He would be there with like 15 tickets and there for a half hour. Sir, you have 15 tickets. Get 2 pieces of candy and let's go. But, it's about choices and what's working, what's best for you and all that kind of good stuff. So, and then making sure that you're picking something that might last, because sometimes you get something and it breaks in the car on the way home because it was 15 tickets.
Yeah.
So, but it's that updated that everybody has had hands on that makes it feel like, yeah, I can read this.
Yeah.
So
that is great. I don't think I saw that card yet. It's funny because when you first held it up, I'm like, she's holding pieces of bacon? What's going on there? But then once it got into focus, I was like, no, that's not bacon. Maybe I'm still hungry from dinner. So.
Oh, goodness. I love it.
Oh, my goodness. So, we got a light crowd tonight, so there's a real good chance you're going to get a reading. So what we're going to do, and because it's a light crowd, I'm not going to put any the light just came on. I'm not going to put any stipulations on it. So anybody that wants a reading, you just type the word me, M-E, meaning you, me, and we'll take the first 8. But like I said, it's a light crowd, so at this very moment, everybody that's there you go, Diana. Everybody that's here will get a reading at this very moment. I'm looking at the number that's on there. So yep. Diana is number 1. All right. And who wants to be number 2, 3, and maybe 4? Is it a holiday? I know. Is it a holiday? Susan. All right, who else? You can be a fly on the wall. That's okay, because we'll probably do like a collective reading too. We'll see how many we get, and then we'll go from there. Oh, it's 444 right now. 4 people, 4 thumbs up, 4 hearts.
Wow.
So those other 2 people who are flies on the wall, no pressure. But if you want, just say me. Otherwise, we're gonna give it a little about 20 more seconds, and then we'll do a collective for number 3 on. So, dun, dun, dun. No, Diana, you just get 1. Right. Good try.
Update or whatever. I mean, it's slow to update. I'll put it that way.
Your screen is slow to update?
Maybe if I refresh my page.
Yeah, do what you...
Uh-oh. Update or whatever. I mean, it's slow
you got to hear.
Do what you... Uh-oh. Sorry, I got a lot going on here. Whatever. I mean,
and Diana says she's got a reading with you tomorrow too.
Sorry, I got a lot going on here. Whatever. I mean,
and Diana says.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. It ain't Mercury retrograde, that's for sure.
Sorry. There we go. I don't know. My Facebook just kind of crashed, and I couldn't see anything. So I don't know. Let's try this again.
Yeah, weird. Diana, you're going to have an amazing ride, that's for sure.
Yes. All right, let me find us on Facebook now.
So if you just joined us, or if you're one of the other 2 people out there that didn't raise their hand, if you'd like a reading, you can type the word me into the chat, and we'll get you on the list. We're only taking a couple more names. We've got Diana and Susan. I can hear me out there. That's okay.
I changed it. Okay.
My voice doesn't sound that bad coming back through the speakers.
Your voice is amazing.
Well, growing up, it was always, I would answer the phone, they say, Mrs. Osborn. I go, no, this is her son, Mitch. And once I passed like 25, I didn't care anymore. I always thought, nope. I would still say, it's her son, Mitch. And they'd be like, hey, okay, sorry. I'm like, hey, I don't care. I don't care. This is her son of a Mitch.
Son of a Mitch.
All right. Well, V, let's do this.
Let's get into it.
Hold on. Cecilia, I see you just popped on. Do you want a reading? If you do, type the word me in the chat. If not, it's okay. No pressure.
Boop, boop.
Boop, boopy doo. So I am using the Light Seers Tarot. I already said that, but just in case you weren't there to hear it, gorgeous, beautiful, fabulous deck.
And I am using the Out of Hand Tarot by Jamie Sawyer. It is currently live on the Kickstarter.
And if you scroll up, yep, you'll see that.
The link.
The link. All right, let's dive into this then. So Diana, coming up, number 1. And also, if you're watching the replay, you can choose, at this moment, you can choose either 1 or 2. And tap on. Oh, okay, Christy. So Christy is number 3. And Cecilia, Cece. I'm going to go Cece, right? It's Cece, right? Oh, look who said me.
The bug is in the house.
Okay, cool. So we will call it, we'll stop there. So that's our 5 people. So perfect. Diana, Susan, Christy, Cecilia, Cece, Boog.
I'm going to jump on number 5.
Oh, Terry. Okay, Terry, you're the last one.
I'm going to jump on number 5 with Bug.
Okay, so V's going on that one. I'm going to go with Diana. I've never done like number 1, but I really feel like I need to be on number 1 today. So we've got our 6 people. So if you're watching in the replay, you can pick 1 through 6 and piggyback along with somebody. So Diana, you're coming up first. And V, I'll let you go first, as always.
Thank you, love. All right, Diana. All right, we have this Two of Swords. Okay, let me get some light here. So this Two of Swords here is saying that it's time for you to, excuse my French, shit or get off the pot. This is about decision making, okay? And if you want to stay in the same lane that you're in, make the decision to just commit to it and keep going. But the waffling, going back and forth, should I not? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's not getting you anywhere. It's only causing more distraction, more confusion, and more headache. All right? So figuring out, number one, at the end of the day, what do you want? And is what you're doing aligning with what you want? If it's not, then yes, make a different decision. If it is, stay the course. But the distractions and all the things that you are bringing in around you, this side, yeah, they're only making things more confusing. Well, what if I did it this way? Or what if I did that over there? What if you're bringing in more options and it's just too much? It just becomes this dust cloud of now I don't even know what I'm supposed to be making a decision about to start with. Okay, so this is something that's logical, not necessarily emotional. Okay, so think about how is this going to land me out or land me up and go in that direction. Okay, so I hope this resonates. Easter eggs in here are the moon and Libra. So bringing balance to, even though we're not talking about emotion, but that emotional state. You can still use your logic and say, what would make me comfortable in that space of my emotion, and go from there.
Cool. And from me, Diana, we have got, judgment. Yes. Again, it's like, and this goes a little bit with the, either shit or get off the pot. But judgment can be about being free from what's been holding you back. And I just love how it's almost like her soul is being lifted up and out and being freed. And I love the colors on here. I just kind of want to make sure they're the actual colors I'm seeing on the screen. This beautiful green, which makes you feel like there's a lot of heart healing going on here as well. And it almost feels like the soul is stemming from her heart, this person's heart, coming up and out. So yeah, once you do finally either shit or get off the pot, make sure you dance. I forgot that old song.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Dance.
Yeah.
It's like a country song. So make sure you dance. Dance, have fun, celebrate, party, enjoy. Now I've got celebrate, dance to the music. So yeah, so there's a lot of this coming through, song-wise. So yeah, and enjoy. Move on to what is free in your heart, free in your soul, and don't look back. So, and I'm taking that message for myself too. Did Liam? Oh, that is Liam Womack, isn't it? First I thought you were saying Leanne Rhymes. I'm like, did she redo that? But I bet you it is Womack. No. So, yeah. All right. I follow Leanne Rhymes on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
Because I like her. She's fun. Ever since Coyote Ugly. All right, Susan. And number 2, you're next.
All right, Susan, and the number 2s. For you, I have... the Temperance card.
Ooh.
All right, and so in this Temperance card, this person, it looks like they're making a drink, like they're a bartender, and they're kind of mixing, what was in the 2 cups. And Temperance here talks about balance, moderation, taking your time. And so where you are right now, there's a change that's happening either within you or around you, and you're wanting to hurry it up and move it along. But this is one of those things that just takes time for a good blend. Sometimes we just want to jump into the next thing and we're just like, yes, okay, we're good. But there's a waiting game or a bit of a process for things to be mixed and I don't say comfortable, but they flow in the way that you want them to. So allow yourself that time. This Temperance card is related to Sagittarius. So there's a lot of movement with Sagittarius, a lot of sense of freedom with Sagittarius. But it's the alchemy, it's the transformation that's happening. And there's this bowl of ice down here. So it's like, yeah, there's things happen in pieces and parts. So it's like, take the first part first, mix the drink or figuring out what two parts of you you're wanting to put together to create this new concoction. And then you can add your ice. Then you can add your garnish. You can add your straw and everything else that goes along with it. But take your time with the blending and the mixing. Okay. It's funny. It makes me think of like spaghetti. Spaghetti is like a good food that the longer it sits, the better it gets.
Mm.
It's like when you first make it, it's good, but when it sits and it's able to slow and really mix in, that's when it's like, yes, this is the best pot. So I've had an injury for the last 2 weeks, caused me to slow down. I love it. Yes. Take your time because in that pause, the universe is trying to show you something, trying to gift you something. And if you're hurrying up and trying to move to the next thing, you might miss that boat. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you, Susan. And all the number twos.
And Susan, from me, King of Wands, which is more Sagittarius. Yes, that is Sag. It is. Yep. I'm making sure. And you can see that even though there's a line in the background, which is kind of interesting, because for me, the Knight of Wands is Leo, Queen is Aries, and the King is Sagittarius. So yeah, this is literally, it's like take up the wand and go forward. You've got support behind you. All right. You've got, those that care about you, that are watching your back. This, and it's funny because this line really makes me feel like it's more like spiritual support, spiritual backup, spiritual, roar. It just makes you feel like you've got quite a bit of support on the other side. And as I'm drawn into the wand, and the flame is literally on fire. It almost looks like it is a crown, or it is a
crown. Yeah.
It is. Once I get in there, it's a crown on fire.
Uh-huh.
And for me, that's like, this is not even strike while the iron is hot. It is hot. So go. You can't sit still. If you sit still, it's going to burn out. Think about it. The image I'm getting is like sage. If you just kind of stand there and hold it, it'll burn out. But if you fan it or you move around the house with it, it stays lit. So this is like, keep the energy moving. However that may look for where you are, what you're doing right now, and trust that you've got quite a bit of support on the other side, and acknowledge that support being there for you from your angels, your guides, your ancestors, and things like that. So there's the spiritual kind of side of it. So cool.
Awesome.
All right. For you, Susan, hope that made some sense. And then Christy is number 3.
All right, Christy. You're so welcome, Susan.
Yay.
All right, Christy. We have the Queen of Wands. I love it because she's sitting at her table. She's got all of her accoutrement out to make the magic that she wants to see. And this is really about confidence. Stepping into, your confidence, who you are allowing yourself to grow into, and really doubling down on doing the work for yourself that allows you to be confident. All right. Even though this isn't the magician card, this card in general, it just makes me feel as though there's a lot of that inner creatrix, I like to say, that has this passion, drive, creativity, wanting to make something, wanting to bring something to light. But it's coming from your inner energy. This isn't something that's coming from the outside that you're bringing in. This is something that you are creating internally to bring externally, or even have the vibe for something to allow for attraction. All right. But the more that you are confident in who you are, what you create, what you make, how you present yourself, is going to be like this beacon that people are going to be like, who are you? What are you? What do you have? I want what you got, and then it's just being responsible with that type of attention as well. Okay. So stand in your confidence, do the things that make you feel good getting up. You might have a cute outfit, or, if you want to do your hair different, face different, whatever the case may be, whatever brings you that sense of do it.
All right. And Christy, from me, I love it. Page of Wands. Yay. So a little bit more fire here as well. And I love the imagery here. It's just like, yeah, whatever you want to do, do it. This person definitely feels cute. I mean,
Super
just with
cute.
the outfit, with the shoes, with the
Super
wand,
cute.
flip it in the air. Look at the big circle too. And, pages are encompassing all the fire signs or pages of whatever suit they're in. And this is one. So this is all the fire signs, the Aries, the Leo, the Sagittarius, all there together. And I would say really stay open. Okay, this is going off of the card just a little bit. Which a little bit, because pages are connected to the earth in my work. So this is earth fire card. So really listen to what your body is telling you right now. This is way off the subject, but this is from spirit. Really be conscious of what your physical body is telling you. Listen to the emotions, even though that's not physical, it's coming often from the physical place. And it may show up in the physical, but be very conscious of what your physical body is telling you right now. I think it's very, very important for what's going on in your life. If something pops up, just question, hey, what's that about, body? What are you trying to tell me? If it requires anything more, see your proper care providers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so nothing to be afraid of, but it's just like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like if you're listening, you're going to get the message way ahead of time. Rather than what did Oprah used to say? Spirit, God is always talking to you. It just the voice gets louder and louder and louder the more you ignore or don't listen. So it's like
Yep.
listen ahead of time, and it won't have to be very loud and screechy. So yeah, and be cute. What was it? How'd you put it? Then? Be cute. Be
Be
cute.
cute.
Flip your wand.
Literally, yes.
Flip your wand. All right, Christy. Hope that made some sense. And we're going to Cecilia next.
Cecilia. All right, let's see.
And this is number 4. So that previous one was 3, if you're not good in math.
All right, Cecilia and the number 4s. Here we have this 10 of Cups. Hey, Barrett. And so this 10 of Cups here is like they're setting out this, it feels like this family, close. This family dinner, so this is this comfort element, and I feel as though there's this emotional fulfillment that's happening, just feeling really good in your heart, feeling really confident in the people that are around you, and just feeling full. I look as they're sitting at a table, they're getting ready to be full, you know. With this 10 of Cups, it's also saying, when dinner is over, we have to clean up and get ready for the next activity or whatever is coming next. So this is saying that you don't want to get stuck or stagnant in the contentment that you're feeling emotionally. Continue to fire it up and add more to the flame of what really brings you happiness. All right. This is kind of like one of those happily ever after type cards, but to keep that energy forever evolving and going, continue to ask yourself, like, what more can my heart take, in a positive space? What else does my heart want? How can I share what I'm feeling? That will just give you more opportunities to create and have more of that emotional fulfillment within you and your home. Okay? So, I don't know if there's a family dinner coming up as well. But yeah.
All right, and Cecilia, from me, we have got the 4 of Wands, which again can be kind of that house and home, that marriage, that connection. But I love that these people are literally more dancing, more celebrating. It's almost like a circus, the 4 tents. And there's just a lot of partying going on. So just this beautiful, beautiful energy. And this would be Aries energy. Making sure. Yeah, this would definitely be more Aries energy. So really, again, dance and enjoy it like a child would as well. There's a lot of that tonight. There's a lot of like this youthful, fun, dance like nobody's watching kind of a thing here. And this is funny. Do something. I'm looking at this tent. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Take a little bit of a chance. When's the last time, not this is what I'm saying and doing, but when's the last time any of us actually went to a physical circus? Not Cirque du Soleil, but a circus, which, with elephants and clowns and a tent that rolls into town and it's put up and then it's gone, or even a carnival or a fair that does that. There's not a lot of that going on anymore, and I know it's still out there and people do go, but when you've got the Disney Worlds and the Sea Worlds and the what are the other big parks out there that people go to, Six Flags and stuff. So it's like do something out of the ordinary that you wouldn't normally do, and make sure you check yourself and go in with a positive attitude. Not like I'm just going to do this because somebody said to. No, go in and say
Yes.
I'm going to find a way to have as much fun as I can. All right,
Yep.
I'm going to do. You know what? I've had to check myself that, especially in relationships, especially with my husband. Every once in a while, I'm like, why am I fighting this? Just come in, and let's have some fun. Just go in and have some fun. You know. So it's been a while since we've been out. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So
Good.
maybe this is the time to get out. And you know, that's another good way of putting it, because they're outside the tent. They're outside the tent. They're no longer inside the tent. They're outside dancing. And it almost looks like they weren't wearing bottoms, but they are. They're just. It's like short. It's a short skirt and their midriff is showing, so they are clothed.
I
So
love it.
good, Cecilia. Always have fun with you, whatever you do. Excellent. All right, so that. All right, next it's V and Boog, number 5.
Number 5, V and Boog.
Dun, dun,
Let's
dun.
see. And we had a family gathering at my house this weekend with family that haven't gotten together in a while. Oh, awesome, Cecilia.
Oh, good. Were you outside too? It's like I wanted to say get outside the house. Hopefully you were like in a pool or in the backyard or doing something fun.
All right, so for me and Boog, here we have the Hierophant.
And it's number 5.
It's number 5. Yes, all the 5s. So the Hierophant here, we talk about the teacher, and not teaching what we know, teaching what we have, teaching the information that, that is precious to who we are as people, but also being able to be a student and learn from those that are around us as well, because it just adds to our knowledge, our growth. No, I'm not. Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
And drawing up these plans, drawing up these blueprints of, what are you putting out into the world? Who is coming in to learn what you have, and then how can they take what you've taught them and teach other people? So, and how are we doing things conventionally? And is it time to shake out of the convention of things and do things, a different way? So this definitely resonates, especially because I said that I was, working on the finishing touches of my workshop for Wednesday. So yeah, this makes sense. Yeah. So all the 5s out there, you have something that the people need to learn, to experience. Don't be fearful in putting yourself out there and saying, hey, I know some stuff. I might not know all the stuff, but I know some stuff. And this is what I can teach you. So.
All right, and for me, we've got the 3 of Cups. Yay! First of all, it's okay to get distracted. It's okay to celebrate in what you've done. That looks like the Big Dipper up there.
Does.
Or at least, you know what? It's like, it kind of does, but it kind of is. I think there's more stars that are missing, but it's definitely a constellation or a star system. But it's like, it's okay to get a little distracted and revel in what you've done. Make sure you're reveling in your successes, your victories, your milestones, things that you have accomplished. And then because it's 3 of Cups, once again, dance a little bit. It's like I'm gonna have to, I feel like I need to go through this deck and think, is every card dancing? Because every card of dance has come up tonight. Celebration and dance. And 3 of Cups is absolute. 3 is creative expression, optimism, playfulness. And the 3 of Cups is literally, it's usually 3 people, usually 3 women, and they're celebrating and they're dancing around. So, but I really feel drawn to like the stars that you're looking up at. So it's like, yeah, it's okay. I did, point to it. I did that. That's me. Yeah. And this, how do I say that? It's okay to, I don't want to say brag, because that often has this negative connotation, but it's okay to state what you've done, your accomplishments, to tell people. Let's call it bragging. It's okay to brag what you've done. It's not being anti-humble. It's
Right.
be honest about it. So make sure you are, there's a sense of pride in what you've done, and point to and say, that's my work. That's what I did. There's my testimonies. There's my reviews. There's my stuff. Would you like to buy a copy? I mean, it's like, to be honest, it's like, would you like a session? So definitely make sure, and that's just, believe in yourself. V and I were talking a little bit before we got on here about belief and imposter syndrome. It's like, whoo, check yourself and make sure you're good to go. So, all right. There's for me, for Boog and V.
Woo!
Bougainvillea. Isn't that a plant? So we're going to go with number 6, Terry. This will be our final read for the evening.
All right.
So Terry, if you're still out there, say hey. And all the number 6s.
All the number 6s and Terry. Let's see what's coming up, Terry.
Boog
All right.
good stuff.
Woohoo! All right, here we have the 10 of Pentacles, another 10. And so this is another card of, enjoying the abundance, enjoying the wealth, the security of some hard work. Pentacles talk about the material things in life, talks about our health, talks about our careers, even spirituality. And we having people sit around is this backgammon?
Yeah.
This is backgammon. The backgammon table, and they're just, playing, and they're having a good time. The pups are there, and just enjoying each other's company and energy, right? Pause on table. And so once again, this is another culmination card. So this 10 of Pentacles is saying, enjoy, have fun with the successes that have come in. Make sure you celebrate. I have a firm belief that celebration is the thank you that you give God, universe, divine, Buddha, Allah, whomever, for whatever has been accomplished. Because it means that you're taking that rest, you're choosing to celebrate, and it's just like this big thank you to the co-creator that helped you to get to where you are, So allow yourself to celebrate, and then just know that it doesn't stop there. You can be comfortable for a little while, but once again, in order for things to evolve and change, it's like, okay, start brainstorming, well, what's the next thing or how do I want to take this to the next level, or what's the next thing that I want to begin to work on, or seed I want to plant, okay? So congratulations on whatever this may be, Terry. Celebrate it, definitely. Invite family over, have a housewarming. Did you buy a house recently? If you did have a housewarming, really fall into that I did it, and then allow yourself, when that kind of dies down, of, all right, what am I doing? I did it too, what am I doing? So 10 of Pentacles.
Cool. And Terry, from me, we've got the 8 of Cups. Ooh. Now, first of all, one of my favorite cards, because it's so connected to me for so many reasons. But I also want to say, oh, she's a realtor. I love it.
I love it.
Oh, beautiful. So don't get caught up in the pondering. Don't get hung up in going off by yourself, wondering too much, because 8 of Cups can often be about an internal search and journey. It's Pisces, it's moon. We've got a new moon happening tomorrow. New moon's a great time to plant seeds. So it's almost like I want to say, don't get confused with the full moon and a new moon. It's like, because tomorrow's a new moon, so plant the seed. You're a new realtor, plant the seed, what you want to happen. How does it feel as you move into this job, as you sell, as you reap the benefits, versus what do I need to release right now? That's more full moon stuff. So it's almost like I don't want you to get confused right now. I keep coming back to confusion. So stay focused on the path that you set out. If you have like a day planner and you're writing some things down, oh, you are Pisces, yay, fellow Pisces, March 14 here, I'm a pie baby. But it's like, I want to say, if you already have in your day planner, like what your week's going to look like, this is not a time to go back and go, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. It's like, I really feel like now is a good time to stay with the schedule rather than going with the flow of this card, even though that's kind of what the card is. It's funny because like this person, I want to run up and grab him by the hand and say, no, come back here to the fire. Come back here to the fire burning, come back, stay focused. I just feel
I love it. I love it.
Well, and I think it's a Pisces thing, but I know why I love a planner and why I love structure Pisces are not structured people typically. I love it, so I don't burn myself out. At 56, I know if I don't have that structure, that I make, because it's like you take your cup of water, Pisces, you pour it on the ground with no structure, it's going to evaporate. But when it's in its structure, it's a powerful form. This is a glass of water. If I pour it on the ground, pretty soon it's nothing because it's evaporated, it's gone. You don't even see it anymore. So, and what I do, Terry, I don't know if this helps you, but I love my Virgo time, which is Hermit, which is my opposite. So I really rely on that structure, that analytical. When I need to, I pull back and it's funny because I just kept seeing the escapism part of Pisces recently as the detrimental side of us, which I forget that's part of us, but that's why I drank myself silly for so many years and I've been sober for almost 32 because it was an escape thing for me. So yeah. Yeah, needs structure in my whimsy. Yeah. So I honor your planner. My planner is like I literally tomorrow I have blocked off on my calendar when it's time to eat lunch. I literally have lunch, so I don't forget it. So, all right. So absolutely, you can be very analytical. Beautiful. So yeah. So there you go, Terry. Hope that resonates with you and anybody else who piggybacked on number 6. Hey, Alice. Good to see you.
Hey, Alice.
Woo. So. I started sweating on that one. I was getting in my own business of what the problem was.
I love it.
Oh, well, you guys, as we're kind of coming to the end here, thanks for hanging with us. And
Yes.
V, why don't you, while I do a little posting in the chat, okay, so Terry said, I needed this as I'm lost without a regular schedule. Yes. And it's like, again, I keep wanting to grab that person's hand and bring him back to, let's stay focused. So if you ain't got someone there to hold you accountable, you got to find ways to do it yourself. And that's why me and Siri have a really good relationship in my phone.
We are besties in the phone.
We are favorite. My husband and I will be driving to the store and he goes, oh, remind me to buy a lottery on the way home. And I literally will go, hey, Siri, remind me to buy a lottery at 5:45 p.m. And as we're driving home, bing, it'll pop up and he goes, what's that? I said, that's my reminder. So because you told me to remind you and I don't want to fall down on my obligation as husband. V, what you got going on? Are you finding you got your workshop coming up on Wednesday?
I am. I just put it in the chat.
Okay, cool.
So there we go. So yes, for you guys that are just that weren't here when we first started, I am hosting a workshop on Wednesday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called The Root and the Rise. And it's featuring the IC and the MC of your birth chart. And you don't have to know a whole lot about birth charts and all of that kind of good stuff because we're going to go through it. But the purpose of it is to look at how we need to water ourselves, how we need to nourish ourselves and our roots to figure out how we can rise to the occasion of our own potential, of our careers, of our purposes. When we are watered, when we are full, when we are juicy and hydrated, we have so much more energy to, give the world, to give other people, our family, our friends, our jobs, all of the relationships that we have in our lives. And so this workshop is to first understand what kind of water, what kind of nourishment do you need, what's best for you based on your individual birth chart, and then how you can, quote unquote, expect to rise in the world when you are hydrated, when you are watered, when you are saturated. So yeah, that's what we're getting into. It's an all levels class. Beginners are more than welcome. I did put the link. I have to see if it came up in the chat. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be going on about. So a lot of self-care stuff. The world has been doing its thing recently, and self-care has been a necessity. And so this workshop should help a little bit with that.
Yeah. So. And I put in my my dream interpretation workshop, my animal communication workshop, my numerology for everyday workshop. Also, we always say, if you want to support us or any content creator out there, the best thing you can do is like and share and retweet and post and subscribe. But if you do want to drop a virtual tip, my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal is there. No pressure, just if you feel led. But then if you want to get a reading, like a spread, which I deliver back in an unlisted YouTube video, I put my spread store there. I've got over 50 spreads. If you want to get the new moon spread for tomorrow, I probably could get it done tomorrow morning or night, before the new moon, because I usually post it ahead of time. But yeah, and there's a whole bunch of other spreads that you can choose from as well. You can even ask 1, 3, 5 questions, and get your spread back. And then I posted the next Psychic Shenanigans. You can see that link there. If you go to that and you click on it, you can add it to your calendar so you don't miss us, which is always nice. Speaking of miss us, I kept waiting for Norm to pop in. So Norm is like, I'm sure later he's gonna be like, dang it, I missed y'all. Well, hey Norm. Hey Norm. So any other questions, not readings, but just like questions about things and stuff, anything that we've got going on? Yeah, anything else you got going on, V?
No, I don't know if that's my right Venmo because it didn't come up right. No, also I'm always open for readings. So I will put my website. You can definitely visit me to get the tea, to get read. Let me put my website.
I've said this many times. I love the names of your stuff, your projects. You are so good at, you are so branded. It's like, I just love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And I have this crazy feeling that you don't even have to work at it. You just go, oh, let's get read. I'm like cosmic confidence. Yeah, that's what I'll do. It's like, I'm sure it just rolls off your tongue. Just rolls off your tongue.
And I will have to say that is one of my gifts. That Mercury is so close to my sun. I love words. I love naming things, and yeah. But it also becomes a curse.
Yeah.
Or I can't do something until I have a name.
Yeah.
And that the name is kind of like and then all the things that I do underneath come in. But if I don't have the name first, it's like I don't know where to go. I don't have a title. I don't know what to do. So yeah.
That's funny.
So.
Yeah, for me, if I had to say my gift, I've always, one of my dream jobs, I thought one time would be if I ever got into just a think tank. I think I would probably like be sitting in, because anytime we're meetings, they're like, and not so much like, what should we call it? It's like, what should we do? I said, well, why don't we do this, that, this, that, this, that? And they're like, oh my God, where'd you come up with that? So that, like, what should we call it? I'm like, okay, you have to figure that out, because I don't have those good ideas, even though everyone's well do. I love alliteration. I love words, but it's usually not so much like you have like the naming of them. And then of course my main gift is the compassionate detachment.
Compassionate detachment. No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, alliteration is like the bomb for me. I was like, I would love to work in like the cosmetic industry and like name the things, like SE nail polish. If you guys are ever familiar with the SE nail, like naming the nail polishes. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Like pumpkin patch purple.
Exactly. Stuff like that. I love it. It's so grand to me. So
too funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring this evening to an end. So I always say, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome, dancing sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, awesome, wonderful, dancing sexiness in you. Namaste.
And I say namaste.
Woo-hoo. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, guys.
Bye.